in the dead of night when everyone else was fast asleep, and only the moon cast its eerie glow upon the world, Jason found himself unable to find solace in slumber. The walls of his room seemed to close in on him, and the air felt heavy on his chest. He decided to step outside, hoping to find some peace under the moon's watchful gaze. Stepping out into the night air, Jason felt a sense of relief wash over him. The cool breeze played with his hair, and the scent of summer permeated the night. It seemed like just what he needed. And then his eyes fell upon his motorcycle, standing a few feet away. Why not, he muttered to himself, donning his helmet and straddling the bike. All he needed now was the freedom that speed could provide. The road ahead was dark, but the motorcycle's headlight did its best to illuminate the path. Yet, just as he began to relax into the ride, the light shattered into fragments. Jason tensed, inspecting the small malfunction, but another unwelcome surprise awaited him. A deer, massive and imposing, stood in the middle of the road. Its eyes glowed red in the darkness, like two mysterious beacons. Jason began to slow down, but the creature seemed unfazed by his presence. In fact, it decided to chase him. It started to run, and Jason, cautiously pressing on the gas pedal, tried to outpace the unusual pursuer. But the faster he went, the faster the deer followed suit. Fear gripped Jason's heart. He had never seen such a relentless creature. He thought it must be a dream, but the pain in his hand, gripping the throttle, told him otherwise. He sped as fast as he could, but the deer was still behind him. And then something happened that he couldn't imagine. The creature, as if changing its nature, rammed into his motorcycle. At first it was a light nudge, but then another, stronger one. Jason lost control of the bike, and they both hurtled down the road, which had become a battlefield. The crunch of the helmet, the screech of brakes, and the loud thuds it all blended into a terrifying symphony of fear. Jason saw no way out, unable to escape this monster. He finally crashed to the ground, and the world around him seemed veiled in the shroud of nightmares and terror. He felt the creature tear off his helmet, exposing his face. He screamed, hoping it might help. But then, at the height of his despair, he woke up. Sweat trickled down his forehead, his heart racing as if it wanted to escape his chest. He looked around the room, raising his hand to his face to assure himself that it was just a dream. But when his gaze fell upon the motorcycle, he fell silent. There, on the metal surface, were the marks and scratches he remembered from his nightmare. His heart quickened again, and he realized that it wasn't just a dream. Something real, something terrifying and extraordinary, had happened on that October night. And it was only the beginning. He took a step toward the window, looking out at the moon, still casting its light upon the night sky. "It's only the beginning," he whispered to himself, but the words were lost in the darkness that enveloped his thoughts. For he knew that his nightmare had only just begun.